Hello, YouTube. My name, as you can see very clearly, is Nightshroud89, holding myself in my palm of my hand. I am here today to take my try as a YouTuber. We're going to start with something I clearly enjoy and love very much, which would be the Madolches, as you can see. This is my very first basic build. There definitely will be modifications to it. But this is just a basic to show pretty much what I'm doing right now. If this goes well, I will continue to make more. So I guess let's get started. As you can see, I have everything represented: traps, spells, monsters. Not everything is as organized as it should be, so pardon me for this momentary lapse in judgment, but I need to organize. Shouldn't take very long at all. Butler, cat, dog. Okay. As you can see, and well, as you can hopefully see now. Oh, maybe now. How about now? Is that good? Yeah, there we go. I got. Yeah. All right. Cool. You can kind of see him. I gotta work on this. Okay, as you can see, I run 7 basic monsters. The basic lineup, of course, of which would have to be these 5 actually, which of course is Madolche, Croissant, Butler-esque, Muifui, and Magellan. I run all of these at triples except for the Butler, who I only run 2 of. The biggest plays are, of course, Muifui into Magellans, and Croissant and Muifui into Madolche, and Croissant and Magellan are just there for support. The Butler gets into the field spell, but I'm contemplating dropping him down to 1. I also run a single pudding cess and two Chevalier. I've found that the Chevalier's attack helps quite a bit in my locals this past Saturday. Magellans, of course, are great searchers, and these 2 are going to be your main run-tos. If you have the messenger, you go for the cat. If you have the cat, you go for the messenger, and then you go for the summon. The Butler, I don't really search him out. I usually mainly use Madolche to get to the field spell or ticket, depending on if I have either. So yeah, that's the basic. Like I said, these 3, again, I'm probably going to drop, along with a single Butler. So that will get dropped. That all will get dropped. I might side deck the pudding cess. I don't know. I like her a lot. Besides that, this would be basic monster lineup. The side deck's not done at the moment, so I will work on that later. So, clean this up real quick. Alright. Now, on to the spell lineup. Again, not very organized, so please bear with me. Dark hole, double summon, ticket. As you can see, I run a basic 8 spell lineup. Of course, we have our staples, which are the Dark Hole, the Mystical Space Typhoons, the Pot of Dualities, Monster Reborn. You know, all your basic stuff that belongs in every deck. Moving on from that stuff, you kind of run the basic Madolche lineup, which is, of course, 3 chateaus, and where everybody else runs 2 tickets, I run 3 because I can't seem to get to them enough, but that might change. And I only run 2 double summons right now. It definitely does seem to be a game changer and a lifesaver, but to me it's not enough to warrant 3. because if you want Madolche's effect, you're mainly going to be going for her special summon, so you need the cat. The nice thing is, though, that you can summon Madolche, go for either the messenger or the cat, whichever you don't have, double summon into the cat and bring out the messenger. You automatically have a tiramisu overlay, and you've got 1,000 attack cat, which is really nice. Plus, if you can go into tiramisu, then you automatically get an ad, 1 or 2 ads, depending. Well, only 1 ad because it's when a Madolche cards is returned. So yeah, that's the spell lineup. Basic. Clean up this real quick. Sorry if the quality is kind of shitty. My camera's new and kind of bad. Alright. Deep Prison. Not 1, but 2 bottomlesses. Not 1, but 2 Solemn Mornings. A Torrential Tribute and a Palooza. It's a good card. I definitely understand. But at the same point in time, I don't understand because I don't like it. Like, I'm pretty much at the point when I draw it, I don't need it, and when I need it, I don't draw it. So I'm contemplating dropping that as well. Besides that, bottomless trap holes are godsends in this format. Deep Prison pretty much belongs in every deck. Torrential, it doesn't give me the rebound effect with the Madolches, but at the same point in time, I found with the new Madolches, you really don't have to worry about them going back to the deck as much. Mainly, the really only one you're going to recycle is Madolche, because she's just too good not to. Besides that, it's mainly the cat and Messenger Lotto. Your first ones, pretty much, are what you're going to recycle. But you're also going to recycle quite a lot with Tiramisu if you can get her on the field fast enough. Okay, on to the basics of the extra deck. Something I found I actually dropped quite a lot, Leviathan Dragon. Plays a big role with attacking, with attack power, period, because you can Mufli, whatever her name is, the cat. You can use the cat, special the dog, Croissant, and pretty much just go straight into this guy. I mean, he's too good not to play anyway, especially if you have access to rank 3s. This next one I play, it's nominally Chrononaut. He's good in his own respect. He's a hell of a wall to hide behind, but at the same point in time, I can understand what people's problems are with him. He's only got 2100 attack, but then again, for rank 3, when all I have is the cat and the dog, I'd rather have Chrononaut on the field. Basic, Tempo. I can honestly say that in my entire dueling career, I've never played this card. I don't know why I have it in my extra deck. I just know its effect is too nice not to have. Next, staple in any rank 3s, Zen Mains. Again, just too good not to play. I don't play him a lot. I'd rather go for Leviathan Dragon, but he's just too good not to play. Next up, Gemknight Pearl. I actually run a Rock Stun deck on the side against my Madolches. It's mainly my tournament deck when my Madolches are under construction. I have extra pearls laying around, and it's just too high of an attack to not play. I like him, his artwork's great, and he's a 2600 out of 2 level 4s when you don't have anything else. Staple, of course, is Shockmaster. I don't run Ultimate Offering, so I can't go into Shockmaster as much as most people, but at the same point in time, he can be played, and we all know that if you can play Shockmaster, you should have Shockmaster. Again, he's one of those ones I've never played before, but at the same point in time, if ever given the opportunity, he will be the first choice I go to. Utopia, of course. Yeah, shiny. It's the gold rare version. Pretty proud of that, which is kind of cool. Okay, off with my gloating. Anyway, Utopia, staple again, 2500 attack. Really good wall to hide behind for a rank 4, kind of like Chrononaut for rank 3s, honestly. Next up, Photon Papil Operative. Sorry I say it like that, but I've heard Papilloperative so much I want to scream and rip my hair out. Again, haven't played him very much. Played him once when I was playing with my rock deck, and that was cool. Played him another time when I was playing the old Return of the Duelist Madolches, and that was really cool. Great effect. Doesn't come off a lot, but really nice all the same to have. Main staple, of course, Ice Stroke, Symphony de Jin. What else is there to say? But it's a Book of Moon with 1800 attack. And then the pièce de résistance of the deck, Tiramisu herself, Ultimate Rare. Pulled it out of a pack after going through about a half a box of trading stuff. She is the key to the deck. If you don't run her and you claim to be a Madolche duelist, you're an idiot. She's a great card. She's cute to look at. She's just pretty. And her effect is the whole point. Something nice to note with her is the fact that when you use her effect to return a Madolche monster, specifically, to your deck from the grave, her effect actually sets off Madolche Chateau. The effect that it would be returned to the deck, if it would be returned to the deck from the grave, you can add it to the hand instead. She actually sets that effect off because it reads by the effect of a Madolche monster. So, that's nice. The only thing I don't like about her is she doesn't recycle herself, which would make her so broken. Because there have been several periods of times where I had to borrow my girlfriend's copy of Tiramisu because I could drop 2 in a duel. If she could recycle herself and just send herself back to the extra deck, I'd never play another deck, honestly. So yeah. Next up, my side deck. It's a pretty basic thing. I run 1 Electric Virus for that Girgia or Chaos Dragon matchup, actually. Not a lot of people seem to realize that. I've had a lot of friends in my locals kind of have an epiphany when they see me play it because they don't realize that it works on dragons as well as machines. Kinetic Soldier, obvious matchup against Elemental Heroes, and actually probably now would work against Noble Knights as well. So that's pretty cool. The only problem is he still wouldn't get over Excalibur boosted, but has the possibility of getting over Shining if you do it right. Puppet Plant, of course, that, again, Warrior, Elemental Hero matchup, but what a lot of people don't seem to realize is spellcasters, so Prophecy kind of helps with that too. So yeah. Magical Mallet. To tell you the truth, I'm not really sure why. I needed a 15th card, and it seemed like a reasonable idea, because when you're going up against other decks that can opening hands so well, the Madolches have a tendency to kind of flop on opening hands. So then I just side into the Magical Mallet, and I have a tendency to... It can help fix sometimes. It doesn't happen often, but it happens often enough to warrant it. Mind Control, once again, it's one of those side deck staples you can't play without. It also helps with getting rank 4s on the field, getting rid of opponents' monsters, and is actually really helpful in a mirror match, which I've never had, but I keep it in there for that. But mirror match against Madolches, you can steal a rank 4 and go into Tiramisu. I actually run double Nobleman of Crossouts. This is an addition for Girgia because it doesn't set off effect monsters flipping, so I figured it was an easy out to get rid of Gears armor. Besides that random rogue Gravekeeper deck, I took Rockstun to Regional, actually, back in October, and sided both copies in every second round against Gravekeepers, and always seemed to have one. And it won me rounds. That deck only went 5-4, but for it being my first competitive attempt, I felt it was good, and it warranted these sticking around. Smashing Ground, just another one of those good cards. I don't have Soul Taker, so this is kind of my replacement for it. 2 copies of Gozen Match, actually. Basic, wind up. E-Hero, actually, it helps out a lot with those two, and stuff like that. Just anything that's not on element, that nothing is the same, and it doesn't really hurt me because all the Madolches are Earth. So, that's another good one. Single Light Imprisoning Mirror for that. Honestly, I'm not really sure why. I keep trying to find Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, and I can't get my hands on one. So besides that, I mean, it has its plays against, like, that random Lightsworn deck, I guess. Or, Agents. But my locals, there aren't many Agent decks. I actually mainly started siding it because my girlfriend likes to run Agents. But, again, it's like Shadow Imprisoning. You run up against enough Insectors to run a Shadow Imprisoning. I run up against enough Angels to run Light Imprisoning. Needle Sealing, sided it in against Wind-Ups. I mean, Rabbit, it's decent against all of it. This is an odd choice, and I know it is. I keep my Solemn Judgment in my side deck. I like it. It's a great card. I'm not too fancy on paying half my life. And I've been in those situations where I absolutely have to, and that annoys me enough to where I just side deck it. And if I run into necessity, I will side it in. And finally, 2 copies of Trapstun. I've had these cards forever. Friend turned me on to them from Raging Battle when he was running his zombies and would just trounce people because he Trapstun, and you couldn't do anything. He wouldn't even wait for you to attack. Main phase, he'd activate Trapstun before he even summoned a monster, which I thought was insanely intelligent. So now I side him. I've sided him in a couple of times, and they've helped. As it stands, that's pretty much it. I will keep you updated on any modifications I will make. I'm going to make some tonight, and I'm actually going to my locals tomorrow, which is Tuesday. Let's hope everybody makes it to Saturday, and they're locals. Post anything replies if you want. Make any comments. Doesn't bug me. Keep it civilized, though. That's about it. Thanks. Bye.